Hello, this is the Teenage Brickster with another LEGO set review. Today I will be looking at set 7419, the Dragon's Fortress. This was an adventure set that came out in 2003, the largest set in the Orient Expedition theme, and it has 732 pieces, 9 minifigures, and retailed for $90. This is an extremely large set, flagship theme for that sub-theme of Adventurers, on a nice raised base plate. And this was the final theme of Adventurers to come out. And yeah, it's a pretty decent set. It's got, as the name suggests, it might have a dragon. It's got some really cool minifigures and some really cool parts. So let's get right into the build, because this model is pretty awesome. So here's the model itself. So we'll start at the front here. It's a very Asian style looking temple. It is Chinese. It's got some nice detailing on the front here. It's very large. It's got these nice, lots of these slope pieces all over it to form nice, like Chinese style kind of no, that's Japanese. Well, the Asian architecture style. It's got 4 of these horse helmet pieces to look like dragons. Dragon like architectural decorative heads. The nice 2 banners there. Those are plastic banners. Those look pretty good. The lanterns, and these are interesting. It's kind of showing off LEGO's power. It's just hanging there by one stud. That's pretty cool. You got the nice big front steps here, leading right up to a very large set of double doors with these cool banners on the front. There's also another one of those banners right up there. So you can open these doors to access the main antechamber of the temple. But on the front here, you have these nice torches, and then these 2 little side builds, which slot nicely into the base plate. So this one here, this is very simple, just some foliage there, some grill bricks to give the detailing of, like, I don't know, more Asian architecture. And the nice fireworks there, which are just Harry Potter wand / lightsaber pieces in a cone and a round brick with a stud in there too. So those look pretty good. And there's stairs up here leading into the main antechamber of the temple. And you can see the architectural detailing on there. They put 1 by 1 studs in there to give it kind of a raised look, which looks pretty cool, I think. Over on this side here, we have a catapult, because the Chinese emperor has taken over this fortress and is trying to hold it against the adventurers, but they have not found all the treasures within yet. So you got this catapult here. It looks pretty nice. It shoots very well. Let's see. There we go. Right at the phone. And as you can see, it's got these nice, these 2 little side builds are just the exact same thing with different things stuck in the middle, and an extra brick back there if you need more ammo. And more stairs up into the antechamber. So let's move up a level here quickly for outside detailing. You got 2 point defense crossbows there for the bad guys to use, and nice sloping roof here. So that looks pretty nice. And then these 2 mysterious tubes. So I'll talk about those in a minute. Well, let's go around the back and look at this nice big room here. So now that's pretty cool. So if you come in the doors are right here, and you got that nice big room. I like this temple because it has a nice flow to it. You know, like you come in the front door, and then you can go on these little side steps down to either of those things. You got steps coming out here, but we'll look at that later, and a ladder going up to the next level. So everything is accessible. There's actually stairs. City, I hope you're LEGO City designers. I hope you're watching this. But you got this interesting little plate here, and this pedestal thing with the jewels on it, and that actually hides our first treasure in this set. So pop it up, there's just some basic jewels in there. And those are kind of a distraction, you know, because there's better treasures in this set, way more important to the storyline of the Orient Expedition. So up here, on this next level, we get something very interesting. This helmet right here. This golden helmet, and it does have my copy of the set. Came with this extra crest on it, which I thought was a nice touch, because it looks really good on there, and that's actually from the samurai, like Japanese theme, ninja theme that was for Castle a few years earlier, and that looks really cool. Really nice helmet there. Nice chrome gold. But this room up here, something you need to know about this helmet is the Adventurers theme for Orient Expedition. There were 3 large flagship sets, and there were 3 like mini sub-themes. One was Asian Orient, like this one here. Another one was Himalayas, and the third was like India. Well, the Indian flagship set was like a kind of Taj Mahal style where you could be Indian place, and it had a golden shield in it. And the Himalayas, big thing was like this mountain temple, like snow-top mountain temple up in the Himalayas, and that has a golden sword in it. And those will play a very important part in a later part of this set. Those 3 items, the shield, the sword, and the helmet. Unfortunately, I only have the helmet. So, yeah, maybe if I get those sets, those will be in later reviews. But anyway, right here, there's a lot of traps up here. This is pretty crazy. So if you walk in the antechamber, keep you from getting the jewels, there is a little bit of a deterrent. You'll see there's this green cone here that can slide back and forth. That is on a Technic axle. So you pop that out. You need to pop that out. Not worked. There's these two 2x2 round bricks fall out to smush anybody below. But wait, there's more. Let me get this back up quick. Well, anyway, you can see those 2 chutes up there with the 1x1 gray bricks. Those are traps too. Those are pretty important. They're for defending outside the temple in addition to the catapult. Well, those 2 things, you'll see they hinge on hinges here. Well, that's so. Let me flip this around quick. If you watch here on the front, so I will flip that up and shoots 2 1x1 like gray bricks right down at anybody coming in, so rocks like falling down on people, and there are 2 of those for added defense. And that helmet you can see from the outside that's covered up by that little banner there. But then there's like some nice porches on the side here with some little railings, and then the crossbows, so more like battlements, I guess. And there's a ladder over here. That's really nice little inclusion there. You got these stairs coming down the back. So now, after we've looked at this really cool big section here, we'll move down to the back here, which is very interesting. So you see there's these 2 doors. Well, those will become important in a minute. But once they've got through the rest of the temple, got the helmet, they have the shield and the sword from previous adventures. You've got this door down here, and when you get to this door, you open it, and there is this interesting gray minifigure in there. So let's pull that guy out. This is the statue guardian, or the guardian of the Dragon Temple. We'll look more closely at him later, but you see he has a sword, a shield, and a helmet. They're all pretty plain. Well, if you have the sword, the shield, and the helmet from the other 3 sets, you give them to him, and once he has those 3 things, he will then give you those keys. If you don't have the things, he'll just kill you. So you give him the keys, and then with those keys, you can unlock these 2 doors. Unlock the 2 doors, and then you have simultaneously, well, not really, you can't really do it simultaneously, but the adventurers will then wind back these knobs. And once those knobs are winded back, this is definitely the coolest feature in this temple, and this puts the dragon in the name of Dragon Temple. This entire section here will slide forward. Well, if you don't have those knobs undone, even just one, you see it's stuck in there. So now that it's under, oh, and there's these nice stairs here too, I forgot to mention that. But you just slide this whole thing out, you'll see there's something in there. And there's chrome gold, so it must be good. So let's get this bad boy out of here. Look at that. That is pretty awesome. It's the gold dragon. It's the ultimate adventurer's treasure. In the first wave, you have the ruby. Second wave, you have the sun disk. Both of those are in like every single set too in those waves. Third wave, you have dinosaurs. Fourth wave, you have a ton of jewels, some awesome golden accessories, and a stinking dragon. I mean, this thing is awesome. Well, I mean, just look at that. It's got all this cool like gold detailing on it. It's got this huge tail. This tail piece is in this mold is exclusive to this set. It's not using any other dragon. This is the classic Lego dragon body here, with the classic dragon wings, but in trans neon red, which looks awesome. And you got this nice gold headpiece there, also an exclusive mold, I'm pretty sure, with the nice red jewels acting as eyes. And that thing just looks so cool. I'll kind of put it off the side here so you can kind of see it next to the white, if he'll be cooperative. I mean, that thing just looks amazing. You could have minifigures ride it, you know, Johnny Thunder riding the dragon, all that good stuff. So he finally found his ultimate treasure, Johnny Thunder on the dragon. And this theme had some pretty cool mythical creatures, because you had this big Chinese, like, bear thing in a smaller Orient Expedition set. And then in one of the Himalaya sub-themes, you had a Yeti. That was pretty cool. they're really weird, large builds. And there's also like this tiger guy in the Asian theme. So yeah, that's the build for this temple. It's a really nice build. It doesn't take too long, but it's still at the same time it does take a while. I mean, it is a really fun big set to build, and they use the space, I think, really well on the space plate. Space plate is an excellent choice for the set, because you have these 4 small little sub-builds that just slot right into the holes on the base plate. This big thing sits right on top of them all with some support under there. And then you use the big pit underneath as the dragon's den, where it's been kept for centuries until the brave adventurers reunites the golden weapons to release the dragon. So you can see it just sits in there. And then you got this nice piece that slots in there nicely. The nice slopes makes it decently flush. And you can just re-lock him back again. So that's the build for this set. It's pretty nice. It's a really fun set. Great build with it. Some interesting techniques. Like just this, I mean, the repetitiveness of that. It's not the sort of thing you'd see in a normal Lego set. Like nowadays, these things would probably blow up, but in this, they're just stairs. And you know what? I like that. It's good. They're perfect stairs. So that's all for the build, and now I'll show you the other like little mini build that comes with this. So let's just scooch this out of the way. These are all the sounds that accompany a large Lego set being moved. And here we get the smaller build. This is the Adventurers like little half track. So this is kind of a harken back to the classic original Adventurers vehicles and the old Egyptian sets. Because they didn't really have a ton of vehicles in this theme, it was more actually adventuring. So yeah, this one's pretty cool. It's got the classic grill piece introduced in the original Adventures theme. It's got a chain on the front here, so if they need to pull themselves out of something. You got this pretty rare black chain piece. Oh, sorry. Pretty rare black chain piece. So that's pretty nice. Pretty neat, I think. The large Adventurers car piece. Sorry, my hand's kind of getting in the picture there. A flag on the top. And 2 crates back here. One of these crates, actually, in the instructions, you have one of the minifigures sit there. The other 2 sit up here. And this last crate, which has a bucket load of accessories in it, maybe a crate load, pun intended, with a white pith helmet for Johnny Thunder, or I don't know if somebody else wants a helmet, pistol, binoculars, rifle, shovel, and a pickaxe. That's pretty cool. And then since it's a half track, that's the tracks on the back, and they do have suspension, but they're just each on 1 pin, so they can flip up and down, you know, so you can kind of suspend it, climb up stuff. And it's got a towing hitch, even though it doesn't come with anything to tow. Nice little inclusion, makes it look like a more real vehicle. So, and then up in the front here, you'll see there's a slot there. And those were actually put in these car pieces to be slots for maps, originally, because that's what they were used for all the time in the original theme. So that is a map. So let's pull that out. And each of the different sub-themes had a different map. Okay. See if we can get in on that there. So that looks pretty cool. A nice print there. I think it might be exclusive to this set. But you can see it's kind of coming out of the mountains there of like Everest or the Andes or whatever. Or not the Andes, that's in South America, sorry. Or out of the Himalayas down to the temple. Like it's their last stop. You can see there's the Great Wall of China on there. So that's pretty neat. I like that printed piece. It's really cool. Nice little sub model, I think. It's not too fancy, but it doesn't have to be. It's a nice little half track there, so that's just perfect. Okay, here we have the first 3 minifigures in this set. Johnny Thunder, Gale Storm, and Dr. Charles Lightning, also known as Dr. Kilroy, and you could also call Gale Storm Pippin Reed, depending on where you live. So, pretty decent minifigures. The original 3 adventurers, kind of attired in their original attire for this very last adventurer set. They were not attired thus for the rest of this theme. They had different outfits on. But they decided to give them their original outfits back for the grand finale. So that's pretty cool. So as you see, Johnny Thunder's got his classic Johnny Thunder on there with his kind of adventurer's torso, adventuring torso with like the pockets and the pistol, his scarf, his awesome bush hat there. Super cool piece, I think. That's a pretty cool minifigure. Just your standard Johnny Thunder, though. The only difference is the head, which was new for the Orient Expedition sets. Next up, we have Pippin Reed, or Gale Storm. I always call her Gale Storm, because there's kind of a fun tie-in with their names. You got Thunder, Storm, and Lightning. That's pretty cool. Even though this is her dad, so technically she should be Lightning too, but I guess it's her middle name. If you move the camera there, you can see she's got her original torso print back from the archives. as you could say, with the scarf and the pockets and the compass. Looks very adventure-y. Aviator cap and kind of the classic Gale Storm face. So remove that. Oh, sorry. There we go. She's got her brown hair there, so that looks really nice. Nice face print. Very generic too, so you can use it for other people, which is nice. Oh. This is what. So these are the 3 trademark minifigures of this theme, basically. So I think it's pretty cool that they put them back in their original outfits for this final set. And then we have Dr. Lightning over here. He's got his magnifying glass, his classic kind of kooky look on his face. I guess you could say his eyes look very large under the glasses. And his nice button-up torso there with the suspenders and the bow tie. Looks very professional. He's got his trademark magnifying glass. That's a pretty cool minifigure. And his pit helmet. And he can kind of watch you there through the magnifying glass. You can see it actually magnifies there, because his face is looking bigger. Got a huge eye. Oh, sorry, my finger's getting in there. But yeah, these are pretty cool minifigures, I think. They're really nice. They're great for the set. I love that they brought back the original versions of them. That's just great. Here's the next 3 minifigures in this set. You have Jing Li, the Wanderer, over there on the left, in her traditional Chinese garb. And then you have, next up, the Dragon Fortress Guardian is his official name. That's pretty awesome minifigure, I think. He's got really cool detailing there. And then last but not least, we have Lord Sam Sinister, the traditional villain. Interestingly enough, I think this is interesting. In the original Adventurers theme in 1998, there was a Lord Sam Sinister and a Baron Von Baron. And this is the Baron Von Baron right here. You can tell because of his head and his hook hand. Well, he stole Sam Sinister's identity somehow. Sam Sinister was never in another Adventurers theme after that. The original version of him. And the Baron Von Baron wasn't either. But this Sam Sinister was, under the name of Lord Sam Sinister. And it was the exact same guy, just he somehow stole Sam Sinister's identity. So I think that's pretty interesting. He's a cool minifigure. He's got the nice top hat there. He's a sword. He's like a fencer. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. A pistol there on his belt. A scarf. And he was actually like a World War I flying ace in the original storyline when he was the Baron Von Baron. So like the Red Baron. Really cool face print there with the scar and the monocle and the big mustache. So that's a really cool minifigure. And then next up we have the Temple Guardian. He's got the sword helmet and shield that you replace with the other ones, and I think the dark gray shield and the dark gray Fright Night helmet are exclusive to him. He also has an entirely dark gray torso, which is very interesting. He is completely dark gray, except for his head, which has a crazy eye print on it. So, if I pop that helmet off here, you can see that print there. He's got high cheekbones, glowing orange eyes, and a very stern-looking mouth. Looks like an elf, almost, from Lord of the Rings. Man, that's kind of creepy. He's a guardian. He's supposed to be creepy. He's got the samurai armor on there, too. So, yeah, I think that's a really cool minifigure. He's awesome in his simplicity, because he's just so plain. Then finally, we have Jing Li, the Wanderer. And in the Adventurers theme, there's always, like, the person who's special just in, like, that theme in that region, except for the desert theme. Oh, and this one is Jing Li, the Wanderer. And she is exclusive to this set and a little poly bag that was her. She isn't in any of the other ones. There was also a different guy in India and a different guy in the Himalayas sub-themes. But she's pretty simple. She's like a martial arts expert, too. So she helps them fight into the temple and stuff. She's got the basic black ponytail piece, an exclusive head print, and an exclusive torso print, which is pretty cool. It's got some Chinese characters on there, which unfortunately I don't know what those say. Maybe you could leave a comment below if you know what those say. I should look that up. It might be in the description. Just check for that. And she's got the cool head print. I like that head print. She looks very Chinese. Yeah, and that's the second bunch of figures for the set. Now we'll look at the third figures, which I think might be the coolest in the set, minus the Dragon Temple Guardian. Last but not least, we have the villain for the Chinese sub-theme of the Orient Expedition, the Emperor Chang Wu and his 2 guards. These guys are pretty awesome, I think. They've got some really nice printing there. He's got his cape, They've got their cool like helmet pieces. Nice torso prints there with the temple symbol on it. And each of the sub-themes in Orient Expedition had its own villain. One had like a Yeti hunter, the other had like a evil sheik guy, or no, what's the Indian name for it? I can't remember that, sorry. And then, yeah, this one has this guy. So he's pretty awesome minifigure, but the two guards are the same figure. They've both got the same torso prints with like the knife right there, and the high cheekbone faces, like Chinese style. And they've got these really cool helmets too, which are printed 3x3 round discs. So if you can see that there, that's really awesome. It's got like the gunmetal. It almost looks like it's been riveted. He's wearing a rounded riveted plate on his head of metal. So it's an interesting design to be sure. They've both got pikes for guarding the temple. These guys are in another set. They're in the Emperor's boat. But interestingly enough, the Emperor does not appear in his like little ship set. Instead, Lord Sam Sinister appears. So he is exclusive to this set, and he's got the awesome cape there. Kind of more basic torso print, but at the same time very detailed. It's got those cool like, discs on there, which form kind of a pattern. It looks like, well, just 3 rows of 3. And then his elaborate necklace and symbol there. And his head's got the high cheekbones, looks very creepily Asian. And then he's got his cool staff there with the Dragon Knight's feather on the top, so it can be the dragon. But he does have another interesting detail on him. He's got the big cape, but then if we can pull the cape down, he's got a traditional Chinese top knot on the back of his head. And back of the head printing was pretty rare back then. It still is decently rare now. I mean, double-sided heads that just came out 2 years earlier with Professor Quirrell. That looks really awesome. You know, with the Chinese top out there, the little red streak to look like it's been braided in. I think that looks really good. And when you zoom in, you can even see, it almost looks like it's been Sharpied on, but it still looks really good. You can see right on the back there that there's little ridges, so it looks like it's a braid. So that looks pretty awesome. I think that really nails it with this minifigure. And these 3 minifigures look really good together. You know, like he's with his little escort there. So that's all the minifigures for this set. I think it's a really good selection. You get a ton of figures in this set. And yeah, maybe 2 more Emperor's Guards, but I can't really complain. It's a great selection overall. Here's the instructions for this set, and you can see these things are thick. And I really like the style they did for these instructions. You can see he's got the Great Wall of China in the background there. The dragon looking just awesome right there. And it looks like it's Johnny Thunder holding a map because there's his hands holding the front of the instruction book. So that looks really cool. It actually shows some of the stuff from the other sets right there. Like that guy. That's a set. And then the dragon there. So that's pretty cool. But now let's get into this booklet. You can see it's just absolutely thick. But it's pretty interesting towards the back. Because these Orient sets, they had something about them. Each set had different pieces for a game. Yes, a game. Like there was collectible game. Oh, and then there's also like a catalog and stuff. So here's some of the different Orient sets. So this was one of the Indian sets with like the elephant, the Indian guy, and I think it is Sheik. Yeah. And then there's another, I think that's one of the Indian ones. Yeah, that's an Indian one right there. Then you got another Indian one there with this cool print up there, and one of those big guys I was telling you about right there. There's one of the Himalayas ones with the higher balloon. A couple more Himalayas ones. That one's got the Yeti. And you can see here it shows you the different cards and like the board pieces you get in this. Unfortunately, I do not have those. But yeah, it's pretty cool. You get all those cards. This set had the most cards and board pieces out of all of them because it was the biggest. And you got the rules here. Here's the cool part. So you got what combines. So this set has the shield. This set has the sword. And that's another set, or that's in that set, sorry. So you can see you combine them all to make one really large game. And here's something cool, alternate builds. But they're not actually that hard to make. Because you can see you still use the same base down here with the little doors and those things. You just redo the top building. So that makes it easy to redo it, and even gives you a back shot. I mean, how often does it give you a back shot so you can see how to build it? Which is pretty awesome. You can see everything's still the same, just kind of one big tower instead of a big thick tower. That's pretty nice. Here's another one. You can see the back shot there. The Emperor's got his throne. And I like how they did this, how you can see the back so you know how to do the alternate builds. It's not like just you're taking a shot in the dark at it. I like this instruction book. It's really fun. Well, I hope you enjoyed this review, because I know I did. This set is it's just amazing. It's such a cool set. It's huge. It's a great play set. It's got some really cool stuff in it, like this dragon right here. What? I mean, the dragon itself is just awesome. Great interior, great anterior, or exterior, sorry. Disregard the last statement. And some really cool minifigures. So, I mean, all in all, it's just an amazing set. You can't go wrong with it. So, yeah, thanks for watching. This was another review by the Teenage Brickster, and I hope you will like, comment, subscribe, other stuff like that. I will have some of the original 1998 Adventurer sets, a bunch of the desert sets, coming soon, in addition to Dr. Kilroy's car. Dr. Charles Lightning's car, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, thanks for watching this. I hope you enjoyed this set, because, I mean, how can you not enjoy this set? It's awesome. So I will see you next time. Teenage Brickster, over, out, and all that good stuff. What?